The Tourist.
Just talk.
Angelina Jolie, Johnny Depp. I believe that in 3 months, when someone says, "Oh, did you see The Tourist?" I will say, "I don't think so."
And then you'll call me and go, "What was The Tourist?"
What was The Tourist?
And
you'll
I'll
say,
remind you.
Johnny, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I didn't hate that movie.
I saw that movie. It wasn't as bad as everyone said.
That's exactly right. So Matt,
The Tourist, Johnny Depp is the titular tourist in this film. Angelina Jolie is a sort of femme fatale who acts like he is this international criminal. Suddenly, Russian mobsters are after him. Interpol's after him. They all think he is.
she's doing this like to help her
boyfriend.
who we don't know who that is.
Right, her off-screen boyfriend, who is this international embezzler, stole from some rich guy, some mafia head, and it's in Venice. Venice looks beautiful. You should see it in the trailer.
It all started when I met a woman on the train.
I'm Elise.
I'm Frank.
That's a terrible name.
It's the only one I've got.
Maybe we can find you another.
Okay. I have a strange feeling that those two people over there are watching us.
I think you're right.
Really?
Come with me.
Elise Ward and husband.
You're ravenous.
Do you mean ravishing?
I do.
All right, grab him.
Hello? I need help. There are two men trying to break down the door.
What kind of problem do you have with the door, sir?
No. There are two men with guns trying to break in. I gotta go!
You were part of the plan.
This is exactly why she chose him, to distract us.
I am sorry I got you involved in all this.
Why are you involved?
We know he will be with her. You wish to report a murder.
Attempted murder.
That's not so serious.
Not when you downgraded from murder. But when you upgraded from room service, it's quite serious.
So anyway, that's The Tourist. You see Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie. Did you see Timothy Dalton or Paul Bettany in that? I don't know.
No.
No, Timothy Dalton's in it. Paul Bettany's in it.
Right, but who cares?
Right, the guy that was the bad guy in the first Beverly Hills Cop movie. I can't remember his name.
Victor Maitland.
Exactly, Victor Maitland is in it.
Victor Maitland.
Exactly.
If something happens to her, Eddie Murphy says, and he says something like, "I'm all ears."
Right.
And then he says, "I'll kill you." Meaning Eddie Murphy says that to him, and then
Bronson Pinchot is not in this.
Right.
I wish you were.
And then he says, like, really, that would be a nice trick. Like, he's a great, like, as soon as I saw, I wrote Stephen Burkhoff, who's not surprisingly, of course, an acclaimed British stage actor. But he plays a similar guy here. He looks pretty good for 26 years later.
Steely,
He's
intimidating.
still got that thing on his head.
He's got that sting on his head, yeah, but as soon as I saw him, instantly I thought, it's Victor Maitland.
Victor Maitland. You
Victor
can't trust this guy as far as
this
you
guy
can
is bad news.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, so your thoughts.
You know, I was kind of disappointed in this movie, but I have to say it's not as bad as it sounds, as it seems, as a lot of the reviews say. The biggest problem with this movie is the stunning lack of chemistry between Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp, and it's really disappointing. But aside from that, you know, Venice is beautifully shot, and I found the story surprisingly intriguing. It's almost a really cool kind of Hitchcock kind of, you know, somewhere between North by Northwest, To Catch a Thief. It's got that feel to it that it's, you know, kind of a wrongly accused man and beautiful scenery and
I didn't think
caught
so
up.
much Hitchcock, but I thought sort of it's like a fun heist movie where they didn't rob a bank or steal art or jewelry, but there's sort of a guy's identity.
It's charade-ish,
Right.
too.
It's not a who done it, but a who is it.
Right.
There you go.
But I agree on the chemistry. I think you nailed it because I liked the story. You know, I thought it was kind of fun. But the chemistry, like, you have a tough time believing as rapidly as they tell you these people fall in love. It's hard to imagine.
Although, I'm not going to say anything more about that. Individually, these are both very interesting characters. I mean, Angelina Jolie knows that she is like the elegant, glamorous femme fatale. She totally works it in the walk and the way she carries herself. She's stunningly, exquisitely gorgeous, and she's photographed beautifully. So she's playing up that whole side of it. Johnny Depp's a totally different kind of guy, schlubby. I kind of like Johnny Depp a little schlubby and a little self-deprecating here. I kind of like him.
Right, except that I never bought, he's supposed to be this kind of schlub of a math teacher from Madison, Wisconsin, right? And he shows up and he's got nearly shoulder-length hair and the thin, like, Euro-style beard. And I'm thinking, there is no way. Absolutely, like, terrible.
He's a wannabe intellectual. He works on a college campus.
I guess.
I don't know that we needed to take the three shot right there. I'm like
When you
reaching
reaction.
over.
When you
right,
reaction.
right.
Do you want to explain what we're doing
come
here?
Just
Ben's dog is here today.
Sit down, and he just
Rookie
started.
is here
He
today.
just started massively wandering. Rookie,
No.
totally not interested
He's
in
so
the
sweet.
tourist.
Let me, can I say Florian Henkel von Donnersmarck, because nobody has done that yet,
Yeah.
and I really like
I was
saying
afraid to
his
say
name.
it, actually.
I'm here for you.
Well, it's totally the fact that he's the director here is totally interesting.
You need to forget that he's the director, actually.
Right.
Because he did The Lives of Others, excellent German film, won the foreign language Oscar a couple years ago, 3 years ago. And I think if you walk in assuming I'm going to see a movie that is really meaningful and life-altering, you're going to be massively disappointed.
And I think that's what's happening
Exactly.
on Rotten Tomatoes right now. The score's at like 17%.
That's
and I think
crazy.
That
it's not that bad.
It's not that
There's
bad,
a lot of
right?
piling on going
and
on,
I think that a lot of people are expecting something better based on his track record and out of the cast, and really hoping for this epic movie. And it's kind of, it's a light fluff piece.
It's totally, it's forgettable, but it's fun.
Right.
And well made. Like from a production standpoint,
it looks
well
great.
made. And
It makes me want to go to Venice.
Right. A bunch of pretty people went to Venice and they made a pretty movie. And I'm okay with that. Beyond Florian Henkel von Donnersmarck, we also have
Stop showing off.
I know, right? I'm gonna say it in German next time. So you have him. He also co-wrote the script. Worked over the script with Christopher McQuarrie, who wrote The Usual Suspects, Julian Fellows, who wrote Gosford Park, the guy who shot it. If we can play the game I like, name that cinematographer, John Seal. Oscar winner for The English Patient. We have all these esteemed, pedigreed people. I think people are walking into this expecting this movie's going to matter. And it's not. It's like a mindless escape.
It does look good.
It does look good.
Yeah, it looks great, in fact.
So, anyway, I had fun.
Yeah, I thought it was, I got a man crush on Johnny Depp. I think many of us do.
Patrick Wilson's going to be jealous.
No, Patrick Wilson. I love me some Patrick Wilson. But
Don't tell him. He's going to be sad.
But Johnny Depp, it's funny because I think this movie has, we were talking earlier today, I think this has a lot in common with Night and Day earlier this year.
People also trashed.
Which people trashed, and which I just thought was sort of delightful. But now with Tom Cruise, the way sort of Tom Cruise, you saw Tom Cruise in Night and Day, and you're like, you forget, that guy's a movie star. You haven't forgotten it with Johnny Depp. You know he's a movie star. But there are moments here when I look at him and I was like, that guy's a big movie star. Like that screen, I don't know what you say. People have been disappointed with his performance, that he's getting a little ripped on the tomato meter. I thought he was delightful. I mean, it wasn't really challenging, but I thought it was.
See, I felt like he was doing a little bit of that kind of, I'm doing the quiet leading man thing that he did in Nick of Time, where he's almost this blank slate. I felt like there's times in the movie you don't really see anything out of him.
Or like Edward Scissorhands, where it's kind of quiet and small
Right,
and kind of awkward and goofy.
Right, which works for Scissorhands, great. That's exactly what that character needs to be. But sometimes he does that, and I feel like he's downplaying it too much. And really, this is supposed to be this math teacher who's getting shot at, and people are after him, and there's this level of, panic that you never really see in him.
Well, of course, that's interesting.
Right.
Look, I think that I don't, like I said, I'm going to forget I saw it in 3 months, and I think that when you play 7 years from now, a little sort of back and forth, we call it Sports Geniuses, where you just pick a topic and then you go back and forth and try and continue to name it, to name things in the category. When you have Johnny Depp movies, you're going to forget The Tourist is one. You won't. You're very good.
It's
you
all in
might
there
not.
somewhere.
I definitely will. So. But still, he was fun and delightful and a movie star.
All right.
And given that we have all this like heady, awards baity stuff out this time of year, it's a nice escape. You don't want to go see The King's Speech or something heavy or dark. Go see The Tourist. It's pretty.
Right. King's Speech, though, not heavy. It's heavy, I guess. It's not dark.
It's weighty.
It's weighty.
It has gravitas.
Yeah, this is not weighty or have any gravitas. I don't see it picking up a nomination.
Golden Globes, maybe. The Tuesday morning
oh,
is Golden
Pe-
Globe nominations.
People's choice for like, you know, like hottest.
Angelina Jolie has not looked better than this in a long time.
She's stunning.
She really does look fantastic in this movie.
Who was
Yeah.
it? Someone wrote they thought they were watching like a long Revlon ad.
Exactly.
I can't remember who wrote
Her
that.
hair looks great.
I know, right? Like her lips look perfect at all times. Sexy clothes.
She's good. I don't even say I have a woman crush on Angelina Jolie.
Me too.
Right. But women crushes, they're just crushes. All right, number.
5.
No, so just average.
It's average. It's there's worse ways to spend 2 hours.
Okay.
I give it a 5. I don't regret seeing
By
it.
the way, it's short. It's not 2 hours. They barely get going.
It's
I think screen time.
105 minutes.
No way. It's like, but not counting the credits. It's something it's under 90.
Okay.
Because I was a little late. And
Not you.
Yeah, I know, shocking. And then I was, done in a hurry. I didn't even have to pee.
No.
that should-
That too is shocking.
That's my blurb.
Oy. 5.8. Can we please move on? 5.8.
6.1.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, look, I just thought it was a little better than average. Expected. So that pulls us to a 5.6 overall rating for The Tourist.